Hello everybody, welcome to Cooking with Papa. Today we're going to be making some Italian raviolis, and for the help today we got Poppy's Poppy. Say hello, Poppy.
Hi Poppy, this is Poppy's Poppy. It's time to make the Christmas raviolis.
And
First you need to have the proper tools and ingredients. Raviolis are easy. All it is flour and eggs.
Also we have special guest Steven.
I'm just here for the food.
Unfortunately, where we are, we don't have big measuring cups, so we just use the third measuring cup and we're gonna make it with 3 times. And you smooth it out to make sure you get the right kind of stuff here. So you make it out, you smooth it out. So we got a cup there. We're gonna go with 2 cups today because we're gonna make about 8 dozen raviolis. So we need 6 of these bad boys.
I know. There's a lot of things in life that I love. There's raviolis, cannolis.
Anything ending in "oli" is good. Now, these were Poppy's mommy's recipes here.
That's a lot of Poppy mommy.
Oh, Poppy mommies. Okay, so you got the flour in the bowl. And now, if we were really being Italian, we'd be using semolina, but today we're just gonna use the thing. Now it's the kind of thing you get your hands a little dirty. You make a little well in the middle of the bowl here. Now the first thing you got to do is you got to think. We're using 1-to-1, so we got 1 cup of flour to 1 egg. So how many cups of flour do we put in here, Poppy? We put how many?
1 cup of flour per egg.
So how many cups do we put?
Well, it depends on how many eggs.
I think we put 2 cups if I measured correctly.
2 cups.
So we put the eggs in the middle. That looked pretty, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a volcano about to burst. Burst with all that nice Italian goodness.
And now you take the fork and you scramble the eggs in the middle of the well.
See, this is what actual cooking looks like, unlike my stuff that I do.
And we take the egg and we incorporate it into the flour. And I know this doesn't look like it's very much, and it's looking kind of, but this is going to be excellent. Now today's escapades are going to be done in little segments. So we're going to make the dough and then we're going to let it sit for a little bit. We're going to make the filling while the dough is resting, and we're going to let that sit for a little bit. And then we're going to roll the pasta and make the raviolis. You get to... Steven is hungry. All he wants to do is eat raviolis.
Started.
Okay, now what you're going to find sometimes is when you make your ravioli, see how this is kind of not wanting to stick together? That's because flour has different moisture content. So what we want to do is add a little bit of water. Not a lot, just a little bit of water.
Just a little touch for the goodness.
And then you just kind of mix it up.
Gotta touch it with your hands.
And this will eventually come together, and if it gets too moist, you just add more flour to it. It's easy. Cooking with Papa. We're on easy street. And we can't compete. Life is so sweet when you're on easy street. Oh, we're breaking out the good champagne. Ah, now look at that. Does that look like the dough that Grandma used to make?
Oh man, I wish I had some dough.
Oh,
I know. Get a little bit of the dough.
You want to see what it looks like now? Pretty cool, huh?
Oh yeah.
And you just kind of fold it over. See how Poppy is folding it over?
How do you fold it over?
You take a piece of the dough and you push it to the middle.
How far do you push it?
All the way.
You gotta.
All the way. Oh, okay.
You gotta push it real good.
Yeah.
Okay, so this dough is ready to rest. So we'll be coming back to you live in just a few minutes.
So we're gonna let that rest and have a nice sleep time while we enjoy our presents that we just had for Christmas. Yeah. Alright, so we are back. We let the dough sit a little bit. So can you explain what you did off camera?
Well, first of all, Poppy's mommy came in and said Poppy's Poppy had to put on an apron because it was getting a little messy around here. So Poppy's Poppy put on an apron.
Honestly, it's part of the fun.
Now, we decided we're going to do a traditional cheese filling. What do you think about that?
Honestly, I'm just here for the food. Is it ready yet?
No, it's not ready yet. But you take the ricotta cheese, because we're doing a traditional cheese filling, and you put that in the bowl.
Put it in the bowl.
You know, yeah, just put it in the bowl. And just kind of slop it in the bowl. This is a lot of ricotta cheese, probably more than what we need. I know the ketchup came out, but no, ketchup does not go in traditional raviolis. Poppy, you want to put the ketchup on, you put it on afterwards. It doesn't go in the mix. Then you add a couple of eggs, because you know eggs make everything go better.
Even more eggs.
So we got 1 egg in there. What do you think? 2 eggs, Poppy?
2 sounds good.
Now, like
3.
Nah, 3's too many.
Why?
But I gotta tell you, like all of the other good chefs, we have to drink some holiday cheer while we're making our.
That's an alcoholic beverage right there.
Come on, I didn't get an alcoholic beverage.
You're too young.
You're just here to eat.
25 years old.
You get to eat.
You're here to eat, not to drink.
I'm here to do both.
Now, you can put a kind of spices, you can put in anything you want in the raviolis. I like the good old Italian seasoning. That goes okay in here. We just gotta, that's just not enough. So we gotta just put a bunch in there. That good? That's good.
That's a pop right there.
Now, typically, if we were really doing this nice, you could fool your kids into eating spinach by putting spinach in these.
Anything but the
That's
vegetables.
Okay. I can build some muscle.
But you can put anything you want into this. And what do you think, Poppy? That need another bam?
Sure. Let's see.
Yeah,
There's a
another
bam.
bam in there.
Give a nice bam. Just a little more. Just a little more.
Bam.
Bam.
Okay, so we're gonna mix that up, and we're gonna set this aside.
Ooh, more setting aside.
Now, the next part of this is the rolling of the dough.
Ooh, the dough is getting rolled.
And when the dough gets rolled, I'm telling you, it's like the dough. First of all, we let this sit, and that's what it looks like.
Man, I'm gonna just
You can
smack it. Yeah.
Now, to make this right,
Who's your dad?
we're gonna cut it into quarters, because we're gonna make this into a lot of pasta. Now, you people might think, geez, there's not a lot of pasta. Well, first of all, with pasta, you need flour, because pasta wants to stick to everything.
Now we can try wherever you go. You have to wear that 24/7.
He's
The
got
GoPro is being tracked. So now we're gonna take the dough and we're gonna run it through the machine.
Ooh.
And everyone says, gee, what's that machine do? Whoa, look at that. Okay? We give it a sprinkle, a little dusting, because the moisture is still in the dough. We're going to fold it into thirds,
Fold it.
and we're going to run it through again.
Dough thinks he could run up on our You're gonna fold them.
And then we're going to move it to 2.
Ooh, we're stepping it up.
We're stepping it up. We're going to put this into 2. And now look at this. It's starting to get thinner.
Ooh, that's thin.
And we're going to fold it into thirds. And we're going to stick it back in the machine.
Back into the machine again. Are we gonna set us to 3?
Oh, we're going to set it to 3.
Ooh, we setting it up to 3.
But let's give it a little extra flour. Just because
Bam.
you can feel it kind of coming through the moisture. So we're now at 3. And we're gonna go and fold it one more time in 3. It doesn't want to work that way. But every time we cut the machine, it's making it thinner.
Ooh. Yeah,
Now-
we don't want it to be thick.
You don't want thick pasta. So we're going to 4.
Ooh, we stepping it up once
Going
more.
to 4.
I thought it was over at 3, but no,
Nah,
we still
we're-
going.
Oh, looking good, guys. Looking good.
Are we stepping it up to 5?
Now, some people think that 4 is good. 4 is good if we're eating spaghetti. But what are we making today, Poppy?
We're making raviolis.
We like delicate ravioli. So now you see it's starting to get moist. See how it's sticking?
Yeah.
Got a little bubble, so we want to give that a little more flour.
Bam.
Bam. That's what happens when it gets sticky. And remember, every time we're pressing it, we're going to 5.
Ooh, stepping up our game.
You like 5. 5 is good.
A lot of dough.
That didn't look like it was going to be that much, huh?
Oh.
Okay, so now here we're going to do a crazy thing. We're going to cut it in half. Because you know what? 5 isn't good enough for raviolis.
Bless me.
We're going to 6.
Ooh.
So when we go to 6, it's going to cut it in half again. Okay, so we're going to go to 6.
Have you gone mad?
Have we gone that? Now
Nobody's ever gone to 6.
You got to be careful with 6 because it wants to break.
As you can see by those tears.
It wants to break. So now we're going to make it one more time at 6. Press it through. Give it a little flour.
Looks like a slice of cheese.
Does look like a slice
but
of
it
cheese.
is not cheese, Cooper. It is not cheese.
Okay, because you see this little thing that kind of looks like an egg holder here?
Yeah.
This is our ravioli cutter.
Ooh. Gotta get them olies in there.
We're going to run it through one more time.
One more time.
Uno mas.
I really don't trust myself in this machine.
Now, some people get the electric ones.
It's starting to rip.
Ah, it's starting to rip. Oh. I think we gotta do it one more time because it ripped. So sometimes you gotta play with it a little bit because it
Put a little more flour on it.
wants to rip. So we're gonna go across the grain.
Ooh, going across the grain.
We're gonna put a little flour on the
So it
press
doesn't stick.
so it doesn't stick. And now what you see is you carefully put it on because this is so gingerly.
Ooh. Finesse. Phone is ringing.
And now we made little dimples.
Ooh, the dimples.
But
We're not done yet.
we need.
But wait, there's more.
So there's a couple of things. Can our studio audience help us? The studio audience can take a Cooper.
Yes.
Come over. You can be part of cooking with Poppy's Papa. You take this little spoon here and you put a little bit of filling like that in each one of these little cups.
Just
okay?
a little.
Just a little, like that. Okay?
I like that.
And while you're doing that, Poppy's gonna roll the top. Now we make delicate raviolis because we went to level 6.
Level 6.
If you want, you can do these to level 5 and they're tasty. But the real delicate ones, which Jim, a ravioli connoisseur, he likes his raviolis perfectly done at 6. So he puts us to the test.
Can you contest to that?
Yes, I do put him to the test.
Shabam, it's done. Oh, a little more in there.
Just a tiny bit.
And then you wet your finger.
Oh, you got your wet finger.
And you, this is like going to Christmas Mass with pre-sprinkled holy water on you. Blesses you. Oh, you gotta use water, not cheese.
Did you just put your finger in?
He almost
Shh,
did.
don't tell anybody. They won't want to eat the raviolis and think our hands have been in it. So remember, the pasta is gonna stick to the pasta. So what we do is we put the pasta on and we check it. We check it. Nice, soft, easy press. That's pretty good, right guys?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's
Now
what
watch
pasty
what
stuff.
happens.
Ooh, take the rolling pin.
Take the rolling pin,
It pushes it down.
and
we're
what do you
getting
see
a-
coming through?
We're getting a nice cripple cut.
So we got the lines there cut,
Crippled.
and then what do? We
Gotta
take
take it out.
We take a baking sheet just to hold them. We make a little bit of room because Poppy is getting sloppy.
Poppy, sloppy. Sloppy poppy.
And
What the heck? I found a double sandwich. What?
Oh my gosh, it's a rare occasion. Off task. Ah.
Is this
Ooh.
your
So we're taking out the Olis.
It's a triangle though.
Gotta rip off that edge. Are we gonna make anything from the leftovers?
We can re-roll that.
And then make like one or two?
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
So what you have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a
Olis.
dozen homemade
Olis.
raviolis.
Gotta get us them Italian Olis. Now keep in mind, we still have to do this 3 more times. I'm not gonna show that on camera. But these are gonna be good.
So that's where we drink our holiday cheer and hope everybody can have Olis on Christmas Day.
Oh yeah. You chugged that down, oh boy. Alright, so we have our first set of Olis done. I'm gonna cut to when we get to the next part, so we're just gonna be doing the rest of these, and then we're gonna get it all done, and then we're gonna do the next step of the process. So I'm just gonna cut from there.
I see 12. There are how many of us at the table? I'm expecting at least 15.
Well,
You're making great progress.
gonna have one apiece. Relax.
You're making great progress. Is it done yet?
No, it's not done
But I'm hungry.
Gotta wait.
That's really not. That's all for me, right? Because you have to make like a dozen more times.
I
like
got
8
at least.
people.
I got about 5 dozen coming.
Okay. Well, hurry it up. I'm kind of hungry right now.
And yeah, also that.
Chicken skin.
Say Poppy.
Poppy just froze these. Oh my gosh! It's really to like get the moisture. Is it?
Yeah, we try to get a little moisture off of them so they can separate a little better. That's about 4 dozen or 5 dozen. I still got enough to make at least another dozen here. So
Oh yeah.
we're just gonna keep rolling this leftover dough.
And that's just from cutting on the outside that you saw earlier.
This is from the fringe. So I'm just kind of re-rolling it. If we want, we got this attachment here.
What's this attachment?
This attachment makes spaghetti
Biscotti.
and fettuccine. We just put this bad boy up here and we run the dough through and it cuts it into spaghetti.
Wait, so what you're saying is we can make fettuccine, not
I
spaghetti?
can make spaghetti and
Lamborghini?
fettuccine here
Lamborghini?
by moving to the upper ring
Oh. Look at this technology.
and then cutting, sending the pasta through the cutter.
You're grinding the
Oh,
wrong way.
wrong one. Well, let's use spaghetti then.
Spaghetti. Look at that. That's some spaghetti.
But that's not what we want to do. We're making Olis today.
Yeah, no biscotti. Although this machine is quite.
But as you can see, we can make spaghetti with this machine too.
Oh yeah.
So Poppy can do whatever we need to do when it comes to pasta. Because
The
pasta
real
is easy to make.
easy. It's the real Italian deal.
So I'm just going to finish this up. And then all we got to do is boil the pasta, put some sauce on it, and get ready to eat.
Oh yeah. Hey, why are these raviolis done?
Well, you see, it's 6 o'clock. Poppy started at like 11. It's taking way too long, so I went ahead and just made it myself. And as you can see, I did a fantastic job. And I did it in only an hour.
Yeah.
I see. Alright, so anyways, I gotta close off this cooking with Papa. I didn't really end off the video really explaining how you finish off the ravioli, so I'm gonna run it by you really quickly. So basically, what you want to do is you take the raviolis and then you're gonna boil them, and you're gonna keep them boiling until they get to a float, a nice Italiano float, alright? And so once you got that, you just get your favorite sauce. It could be homemade. For us, we made it homemade, but I didn't record any of that. But yeah, so you just do that, and then you should be fantastic in getting your raviolis. So, goodbye.